Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Big Ambitions. Today we are going to open up our headquarters, and to do that we need to rent an office building. So let's open up our map view and see where some offices are. So we have two of them right across the street from our businesses already. That one is 3,000 square feet. That one's also 3,000, so probably not. That's 7,000. Okay, this one is 7,000. This one is 800. Okay, that is in the lead right now. I don't really think the traffic matters here because we aren't going to be selling anything from the building, so we might stick with this 800 square foot one because I don't really see the point to getting a 3,000 foot one or the 7,000 foot one. So let's just rent the tiny one. It's a little out of the way from the rest of our businesses, but hopefully we don't need to worry about the traffic coming to it. It's only going to cost us 24 bucks to rent it daily, so let's do that. Let's also open up the business. So we want to do a headquarters, and we are going with Door Corporation, so let's lock that in. We can change that later as well. I need to upload our logo, and let's see what we need to do here. We can hire a purchasing agent. We are going to have to give them a computer, desk, and chair. We are also going to have to put the desk in the headquarters business and assign a purchasing agent to the workstation. So we could, I guess, save money by taking the computer that we have in our house right now and just putting it over there. It's really not helping with our happiness, if I'm being honest here. So I am going to do that. Let's just take all this stuff. Can we just pack it all back up? We can indeed. Okay. So I'm going to do that. I don't really care what this guy's talking about. Let me take all this stuff, pack it up. We're going to shove it in our new building. So this is going to be their office. I'm just going to shove them in the corner and kind of just adjust from there if we need to. We also need to call the place to hire somebody. So let's do that as well before we get too far away from this. So let's call these guys up, and we are looking for a sales manager, which is not this place. Do we have to go to a different place? It looks like it. That's not the same place we normally go, is it? It is definitely not. It's all the way across town. So let me offload this stuff and just drive on over there and try and get there before they close. Unless I can click on their website. I might be able to click on their website and buy the person from them like that, or hire the person like that. Well, you can't click on their website. You have to go in person. So we have 5 hours to get there before they close, and we only have 3% left on our van. So if I hit anything, we are most likely going to break our van. Nice, we made it. So let's go talk with the first person we can. We need to hire a purchasing agent. So DoorCorp, we want to buy purchasing agent. And it looks like we can also hire some other people as well. So that is going to come in handy. I am just going to leave it on 1. No real reason to crank that up any. Am I able to repair our vehicle? I am. It's going to cost us 1,800 bucks, but I would rather not have my car just randomly break on me when I hit something again. So I need to be a little more careful and not crash into everything that I see, but at least now I know I can go to a gas station to fix our car in the future, so that is very nice information to know. I want to park real quick because there is a casino in the game, but I don't know how to get to it. So I want to see if it's back here. It's on one of these ports, so if it's on this one, great. If not, there are more the other way, but I believe we're supposed to interact with this thing. Yep, there we go. We got a ticket house. And we can only buy tickets on Fridays. Okay, I thought it was Thursdays. I'm here a little early. So maybe next time we'll take a look at this, because tomorrow we are going to be messing with our headquarters since we're going to have a purchasing agent in a few minutes here. All right, so finally our employee popped in. So they only want a $14 an hour wage. They are just normal. They don't tell me full-time or not. They do want a stump mesh chair. I don't know how much that's going to be, but oh, they're 63. I don't think they can work that long. They got 2 more years before they are going to retire, if they're also locked to the age thing that the story character is. So I'm going to hire them, even though they might retire in 2 years, because then it will at least give me some experience with whatever this this job posting is going to give us. So let's hire them. And now we need to find that chair just to make sure they're not too mad. So real quickly, I'm going to go looking through the office stores as well as the furniture place over here and see if I can find it real quick. Oh, she wants a $2,200 chair. So right now we have the money for it. I'm going to go pick that up. That way she doesn't end up quitting on us because she's sitting in some garbage chair, and hopefully it doesn't make her mad that she's going to be sitting in it for 2 seconds while I go get this thing. Or actually, she's not even in the building yet. So we should be completely fine going and grabbing this real quick here. All right, here we go. There's the chair. Let's pack this one. Oh, no, hey, pack this one back up, please. Thank you. Let's just plop it over there for right now. I'll grab it on the way out. Let's get this one right over here. And now we need to make sure that we put them on this job so they don't show up there. How do I do this? Do I just go here, I guess? Yep, okay. Well, that's odd, but there we go. All right, and it looks like we are locked to 40 hours a week. We can't adjust this at all, so that's kind of cool. We're also locked to 5 days a week, so that's also good. And let's see. We don't have a logistics person. We have the purchasing agent, which is her. We have HR managers, or actually we don't have any right now. I need to upload my things still. I haven't got around to that just yet. I will do that in a minute. But now that we have them working, we can rent a small warehouse, buy a pallet, and put the pallet shelf in the warehouse. So real quickly here, if we open up our map again, we have a warehouse literally right next to our building. So I am just going to rent either that one or this one. They are both 13,000 square feet. Yeah. So I'm just going to buy this one. It's on the same street. So why? Oh, it's 218 bucks. We can afford it. I'm going to do it. So, oh, actually we don't have enough money. How do we not have enough money? It's 2.8. Oh, we need 7,000 something before we can do that. Okay. So we can't do that just yet. We need to wait until tomorrow. Unless this place is cheaper, it is still out of our price range for right now. So I'm actually going to wait until tomorrow, and then I will rent a warehouse. We just need to wait until we get paid. Well, I went ahead and skipped forward about a week here, so that way we would have some extra cash on hand. I also paid off the rest of our loan, but let's also pick up our warehouse now. We should have enough to do that, so we were going to pick up this one right next to our headquarters. It's going to cost us $218 daily rent, but we also needed about $7 grand just to be able to rent it. So there's that, and we can shove vehicles in here, which right now we don't have the money for that. Those cars are 90,000 a piece, so I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon, but we need to head on into this place and pick up some of the pallet shelves. So these guys back here, they're 3,000 a piece, and so I'm going to buy 2 of them right now. I can buy 3 of them, but that's going to be all of our money. So I'm going to stick with 2. Are we able to pull into our own place now? Ooh, it looks like we are. Yeah, look at that. Okay. So I'm just going to leave this parked. Oh, I guess that's not really great, is it? Can I pull it up on the tile floor over there? I can. Okay. So let me find somewhere to shove this. It doesn't really matter where we go with it. I just need to get the stuff out the back of it. And there is so much space in this place for the pallet shelves here. So I'm going to probably at some point be buying a lot more of these, but right now we'll stick with just 2 of them. Let's rotate that and shove it. If we put it here, are we able to then put another one on the other end, or are we going to be blocking access to it? So something like that, maybe. Yeah, we might have to move this one just a smidge. Something like that also might work. We will see if that comes back to cause any issues later on. And now we had to head on over to the ports on the side of the map here and set up a partnership with this place. So let's head on over here. We need to import at least 1,000 gifts and 600 soda cans. That's all we need to do for this contract. So we're going to set Victoria as our purchasing agent because that's the only person we have right now. Cool. And then we need to go into our other menu here, which is this guy, and head on over to this thing. And underneath our headquarters menu here, we can set our warehouse that we want these things to go to. So we got sodas and we got cheap gifts. Can I just type in 1,000 here? That would be great. And then we needed 600 of these sodas, which we already don't have enough money for. We are $2 short, or about $3 short. So I need to take a couple of these things off because that is going to allow us to then be able to purchase it. So we got $3,020 worth of stuff here. I set the warehouses already. We're going to do a one-time delivery, and there we go. So I don't know how long it's going to take for that stuff to show up at our house or our warehouse. Probably what it says right here, which is day 75 at noon. So we will have that stuff at our business shortly. I figured while we're here by the ports, we might as well go into each of these distribution centers and interact with this table, because I'm fairly certain they pop up in our contact list after this. Yep, there's the secondary one here. So I think there's another two, maybe one or two more on this little pier here. So I'm going to drive down. We also have a bunch of boats, which I don't know if we can interact with those. I imagine we might be able to buy them at some point, since we can highlight them at least. I'm not sure, but there's a couple more down this way that we want to interact with nonetheless. Alrighty, so I went ahead and got all of the other importers into our contact list, so in the future, if we want to set up a contract with them, we can just do it through the phone instead of having to drive over to the piers. And we also have our order here at our building, so it automatically just delivered. I thought we would have to set up a truck route and go pick it up from the pier and then drive it back over here, but it just plops it into our warehouse, which is pretty nice. So we are going to have to do one more order from them because we didn't complete our objective. We were 2 cheap gifts short from completing it, so we're gonna have to spend $2,500 again just to complete this objective and get moved to the next one. So we're gonna be pretty good on cheap gifts and sodas for the next little while. So we need to open up this again, go back to our purchasing agent and set them on purchasing another couple things here. I'm gonna try and even it out to about $2,500, so that way we're not spending more money than we need to right now. I'm also gonna buy some paper bags because why not? So we're a little over the minimum order requirement. We're sitting at $2,586. I'm fine with that. So we're buying 600 more cheap gifts, 3,000 more sodas, and 4,000 paper bags. So let's lock that in. We're going to do a one-time payment as well, or one-time purchase. So then that is going to automatically complete, or it should automatically complete our objective at least. So let's get out of that. And it sure didn't. Why did it not? Do we have to buy 1,000 at a time to complete that objective? I hope not. Alrighty. Anyways, I'm going to load up our van with some sodas and take them on over to our shops, as well as the cheap gifts as well. So while I was loading up our van here, I realized that we can use this instead of having to buy the big cargo truck right now. So I'm going to go buy another one of these vans and assign it to the warehouse, so that way we can hire a driver and maybe be completely hands-off with our businesses. As long as this guy is delivering our stuff to those buildings, we should remain stocked up, and we might not have to be interactive with our businesses anymore. We have our cleaners, we have our employees, and if we can get this going, we are also going to have the shelves being continually stocked up as well. So that would be very, very nice. Well, let's go ahead and pick up another cargo van, so that way we can hire a delivery driver and hopefully be hands-off with our businesses. But the cargo truck that I was thinking of is 98,000, not 95,000. The cargo capacity is also 60. So eventually we are going to want to buy one of those or a fleet of these, but right now we have to settle for the delivery vans. So right now I am going to go with, let's make them yellow, so that way we know our delivery vans, and all we got to do with this thing is park it in one of these spots. So let's get out of this. It should automatically assign. It did indeed. Cool. So let's go get our other van. I parked it by the dealership. We should also set in motion the hiring process here. So let's go here and hire one of our dudes. So we want them for Das Haus. I went ahead and changed the warehouse name as well and made a logo for that. So I'll show you guys both of those here in a second. But we want a delivery driver, and we only want to do one right now. So eventually we are going to want 2 of them, but for the time being we can only do 1. And while we are at it, let's go ahead and open one of the import places. I don't remember which one we just did business with. I think it was Seaside, but they don't sell everything that we need. So I need to do one with this place as well and just see what they have. So from this United Import place, they only sell 2 items that we currently sell, which is the cheap and expensive gifts. They also have a minimum order requirement of $4,000. So we are again short on money to do that. And so we either just wait until tomorrow, I guess. We should be able to trigger a purchase, which we do need expensive gifts. So I'll buy a whole bunch of those from them. The cheap gifts we are kind of okay on right now. I'll probably end up throwing some of those in as well, but we again are a little short on money. Anyways though, this is the logo I went ahead and put together for our headquarters. So I'll plop it up on the right side of the screen so you guys can see it again a little bit clearer. And then over on the front side of our business is our wide sign. And it is very similar to that one, except I took the wording out of the logo and just put it to the side. sides like I've been doing. So that's our logo stuff for our headquarters. And then over to the left, we have our warehouse logo. But the only thing is that it only has a wide sign. It doesn't have the little billboard sign thingy hanging off the side of the building. So there is a secondary logo for that, but I don't know where that is going to be at because this building doesn't have one of those. So right now we just have a wide sign, and yeah, that's our logo for that thing as well. So anyways, I'm gonna wait until tomorrow so that we have some extra cash to be able to purchase our stuff that we want to try and purchase. So we now have enough money for our order, but we did have one of our employees call in sick. So it doesn't really matter too much because it is one of our cleaning employees. So I'm not too worried about that. The place is gonna get a little dirty, but that's fine. It's not gonna impact the finances too much. So I'm not really going to bother with it. I am going to go ahead and go on over to our warehouse stuff or headquarters stuff so that we can set that order in motion. So I'm going to try and balance this out to $4 grand exactly so that we don't have to spend more money than we need to. Well, I think we might not have enough space in this warehouse. Is it going to not let me order? It's going to let me order, but it's only telling me I have 600 stock available, even though I'm doing 800 of each. So I'm not sure. But what we might have to do is go take a little bit of a loan out, maybe the full 40 again, and just go buy a whole bunch of the pallet shelves. I'm not too sure here. I'm going to wait to see what happens when that order comes in. So we just got our delivery driver. Let's hire them, and let's see, how do we set them in motion? Do we just drop them on the thing? We drop them on 2 because that's where our car is, and they're automatically, hopefully, going to start delivering stuff for us, and we don't have to do that anymore. I don't know, but we will see. Anyways, I am waiting for the casino to open, so we got 4 hours to wait until we can do that. So at 6 p.m. is when they open. Let's pull that back down to 5:50, and then we should be able to sprint back there before they open up, and we can go gamble a little bit of our cash here. We need to make sure that we have at least that 4,100 on us so that we can pay for our shipment, but other than that, we have about 2 grand to play with, and the casino is here. Look at that thing. Cool. Oh no, it's a $5,000 ticket? Okay, well, dang it. I'm not going to do that then because we're not going to have enough money for our shipment. So we will do that at a later date, I guess. Maybe not today. Oh, so I had already bought some cheap gifts from the other place that we did business with before because it was telling us we had 600 in our warehouse already, not that we only had 600 inventory spaces left to go. So we have 800 expensives and 1,400 cheap ones now. We should be good for both of those businesses. We need to find a place that is going to be selling hot dogs, the burgers, and sodas again, right? So the first place that we went to sells sodas. So if one of the other places also sells everything that we need, that would be ideal, but I'm not too sure here. But we do now have the ability to call the other places and try and set up some more of the contracts. So that is what I am going to do here in just a second when it hits 8 a.m. so that we can do some business here. So let me skip on forward here and get some things rolling. Alrighty, so the next importer on our list is Seaside International. They sell all of the food items that we currently sell minus sodas. So we can get the hot dogs and the burgers, and then when we eventually start selling pizzas and french fries and the salads, we can also get them from here. So right now I'm not going to order anything from them because they have a minimum order of 6,000, so they can get out of here for right now. I gotta check one last place and then we are good to go here. So was it Jet Imports, or actually I might have 2 more to go. Unless this is the first place that we went with, which it might be. And this is indeed the first place that we went with. So immediately get out of this. We're going to do one last one, which is going to be the Bluestone Imports. So let's set one partnership up with them real quick and see what exactly they are going to be selling. Okay, so this place is completely useless to us right now because we don't sell any clothing items. That's the only thing this place sells. So that's an immediate nope out of this place as well. So I'm going to go back to the one that wanted 6 grand a shipment, and from this place we are only going to be buying the 2 items that we currently sell in our restaurant, which are hot dogs and burgers, and the profit margin for those 2 items are going to go up from what they are already, because the hot dogs here are 31 cents a piece and the burgers are 40 cents a piece, and the boxes of both of these I want to say are in hundreds, so I don't remember the price on them off the top of my head, but the profit there is going to be way higher, I think, doing it this way. So hopefully that's the case. I need to try and even this out to about 6 grand, so give me a minute here and then we are going to set this in motion. It looks like I also need to go do a delivery for our trinket place because our delivery driver is not doing what he should be doing right now, so I'm not too sure on that. I need to go double check and see if I need to actually like set up a route or something for him to follow, but 5,000 of each of them is only 3,500, so it looks like we're going to do maybe 10,000 of each. and that should hold us over for quite some time. Well, I knocked it down to 9,000 a piece here so that we could afford it because we were slightly over our budget. And what are we missing from this place? The business is dirty, not that they are missing inventory. Okay, that is a good sign. I was really hoping to see everything in motion today, but we had both of our customer service employees call out from our restaurant, so I had to go work the desk. And we also had to buy another storage pallet because we didn't have enough space for our last order. So right now, I think all we have is a whole bunch of hot dogs. We don't have any of the burgers. Those weren't delivered. So I don't know if they're going to re-deliver our order because it didn't charge us the full amount, I don't think, but I'm not too sure on that. So I guess we'll see here probably tomorrow morning if they do make a delivery here. That would be great. If not, then we just need to reorder from that same place to get some burgers in our warehouse, but everything else seems to be doing somewhat fine. I think I may have jumped the gun here by hiring a delivery driver because he doesn't seem to be doing anything. So I think what we need is a logistics manager, and with that, we might be able to set up routes for this guy to take stuff to and drop off because our restaurant is running out of hot dogs right now. So that's not good. We have like 1,000 hot dogs in our warehouse. So I need to go manually deliver those, but we also need to complete this objective because it never completed. We have to buy 1,000 gifts and 600 sodas in one order for it to complete this, not overall. So I need to do that real quick. So let's open up these guys, which are the Jet Set Cargo people. So this should complete our objective. If it doesn't, again, there we go, it did. So great. Let's get in this. We need to go pick up some hot dogs from our warehouse and drop them off. And now we are able to buy a logistic manager. So we can go to the city recruiting place, which is in our thing. Here we go. And we are going to be looking for a logistics manager. So let's do that. We're going to hire just one of them for right now. We might want to try and min-max that later on, but I'm fine with just doing one right now. Anyways, I need to make a quick trip on over to our warehouse and pick up some hot dogs so that we can deliver them to our restaurant before they run out completely. So let's try and do this as nicely as we can so that way we don't damage our vehicle any more than we've already done. Never mind. There's a taxi in the middle of the road. That's to be expected, my bad. But we also need to go pick up a workstation from the Mr. Scott's office. So I need to go over there and pick that up as well, but let me do the hot dogs real quick so that we don't run into any issues here. So from the office supply store here, we need to pick up a workstation. So we're going to buy a table. We're also going to buy the computer, and that should be the workstation. We're also going to cheap out again and buy the cheap chair. I sold the other one, so I can't just use that, so I do need to buy another chair here. So that should be everything for the workstation here. Let's check out. Well, I like the look of this table a lot more than the dining table, so at some point we're going to swap that thing out for one of the office tables as well. But I also just realized our computer is backwards for our other employee. So the keyboard is facing the wall right now, and she is looking at the back of the monitor. So I wonder if that's because we have this table backwards, maybe? Nope, it's facing the right way. So why is the computer facing the wrong way? There we go. That should fix the issue there. And do we need to reassign her now that we did that? I don't think so. I think we're good. All right, so now we just need to wait until we get an employee in from the hiring process here, and then we have our logistics dude in motion as well. So we just got our employee, and now we need to assign them to our warehouse. So let's set them on that. And then it also looks like we need to manage the destinations as well. So let's select our gift shop and our restaurant. And then it also gives us another screen here for the amount of stuff that we're going to be sending to those restaurants. So I would like to see how much space we have in them because I do have some storage shelves, but I don't know how much they hold other than the 16 boxes that they can hold in each shelf. So I don't know on that, but I do know that we go through just about 300 hot dogs a day. So I'm going to send 400. And then apparently we don't have any burgers in stock. So that order never resent. And we never received any, period, so that kind of stinks. We also have some sodas and some paper bags. I'm going to type in some numbers and see if those kind of work out for us, and if I need to adjust them any, I will. But anyways, that should be good. We can let this start moving, and one way we can check that is if we open this. Is our fast food place still out of hot dogs? They are running low. So I'll give it a few minutes and see if we go up. We only have 57 left in there, and it is currently 220. So I don't know how long that delivery is going to take to get there, but the warehouse and stuff should still be open until, I want to say, 5 p.m. So if for some reason it doesn't get delivered today, then that's going to be a little bit of an annoyance, but we need to try and figure out exactly how this delivery stuff is going to be working here. Well, it's currently 5 p.m. and our warehouse is closed. It never delivered anything to our restaurant, so I'm not sure why. If I go under the restaurant deliveries, I can't send anything, so I'm not sure how we use this menu, but it's not sending stuff from our warehouse. So I'm not too sure on why that's happening. I guess tomorrow morning we will see whether or not this place gets anything. If not, then I have to do a run myself. But we have a driver, we have a van, we have all of our stuff set up the way it probably should be set up, unless there's something else that I'm missing. But our objective thing over here still has not completed, even though we have everything checked, although we are not. Never mind, we're missing one thing. But that shouldn't matter, though. Our delivery driver should automatically bring those things over here. Like, I need to set that, apparently, 200 cheap gifts and 100 sodas, but that should also be set the way that I set things already. I think I'm bringing 500 of each. Oh, apparently I don't have anything set on those two. I really doubt that is what's going to be causing us issues, but I'll set it just for the sake of it. So 200 and 100. So let me set that, and maybe that causes them to actually start doing what they're supposed to be doing. All right, well, I'm a little confused. Apparently, our warehouse doesn't run on our normal schedule that our headquarters does. It just runs at midnight, I guess, because at midnight it delivered most of the stuff that we had set, if not everything that we had set. We still need paper bags to this restaurant, so that's something that I might have to do myself because I doubt they're going to re-deliver before the business opens, but apparently they run at midnight. So that is something that is good to know, because now moving forward, we can try and plan our deliveries to try and have as much stuff in there to meet the daily requirements that we need to. So I'm not sure if there is a breakdown exactly of how much stuff we go through daily. We can try and deduce that by the 7 days scheduling stuff here. So that is something I will try and nail down so that we have the exact amounts in each of these businesses and we don't just have overstock going on in these places. But yeah, okay. So we need more paper bags in this place, and we need probably something here. We don't need anything there. All right, so let me get some paper bags in motion, and hopefully they deliver them before the business opens. If they do, then that's good, right? We can try and manage this a little bit better here. So we want this guy to go there where he's already going. We want to send another couple hundred bags. So let's try and send them 1,500, but I don't think it's going to happen right now. So that might be something I have to do manually here. Let me fast forward to opening, which is 8 a.m., and the alert is still there. So yes, they deliver one time at midnight, and that is it. So if our numbers are not where we want them to be, then that's something that I have to then do manually here. But you know what? That's fine. I'm going to make a quick trip, drop that stuff off, and then dial in all of the delivery stuff, so that way we don't have extra stuff going to these stores. But for right now, that's actually where we're going to be wrapping up today's episode. We got our delivery stuff automated somewhat. I still have to kind of fiddle with it, but for the most part, we are doing fairly good here. So I hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.